Joining us on the show today is a multi-award-winning Nigerian comedian, MC, radio, and TV presenter. Is referred to as the Comedian of the Federal Republic, CFR, and now GCON, Grand Comedian of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, the one and only Gbenga Adeniyi the first.
This is a throwback.
Yes, sir.
I see what you guys have been doing. I see what you've been doing with all the music, with all the throwback thing.
Yeah.
Throwback.
We're giving nostalgia.
You're loving it, Abi?
I'm loving it.
Instead of Zazu every time.
Yes. So,
Let's dedicate one day.
don't let people hear you say that. I was at one event and they were giving an award to a very elderly person, one of our past head of state. And I said, please, he's old, don't play Zazu, don't play Skit, don't play Davido, play something of his age. And somebody cut that part, put it online, said, don't play don't play Zazu. Somebody said, your father is not even as popular as these people. What? I said, yeah.
Oh, it's taken out of context.
Yeah.
Out of context.
Portable, there was contest in water.
I know it's very hard. It's very difficult to take a video with Portable.
Yes.
To record it because you can say, President America.
Set up.
Oh my word.
Welcome to the show.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
It's so good to have you here.
It's good to be here early. I've thoroughly enjoyed the show.
Thank you.
And the back
Conversation.
The great time.
Don't let them hear about it.
No. But if I tell any other person, let me have my bath naked in the bathroom.
But then we have to applaud you for coming early.
Yes.
It shows that even in your job, that is why you're where you are right now.
Thank you very much.
I love even your consistency because, we've been talking about this and we've been talking about how people these days just think that once you have the talent, you don't have to hone your skills. You just stay there and like manna will fall from heaven and all of those. Interesting. Well done. Congratulations
Thank
to
you very much.
And all the works that you've been doing, especially with the fact that, you've been taking your program, your event to in fact, you've gone to all the southwest states, and then you're coming back to Lagos.
At last.
Like finally. Interesting. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes. So I've been seeing your relationship with Ali Baba too, and I'm like, oh, wow, I love this. And I'm going to say, oh, wow, I love this because, you see, this generation that we are in,
Wow.
people don't have respect any longer. People just say stuff like, oh, and so what? They'll be dissing themselves. They don't believe that somebody got to the industry before them. They don't even know that thing about respect, even if you're older than that person. Because I say sometimes that, of course, I know your age, and I know that you're older than some people. But you know that thing of, you're still saying happy birthday to someone, and you're saying Chief, Mrs., and all.
I learned something very early. You lose nothing by being humble, by being nice to people, by being respectful. Ali had gotten into the industry way before I thought of getting into the industry. So I met Ali as a fan. Do you understand? Until tomorrow, he calls me, I said, you be a guy, And I believe that the sky is so wide that we can all operate and still have this spirit of camaraderie,
Yeah.
And that's what guides me, because whether we like it or not, so many people still come after us. So many people have come before us. So if you decide to carry the world on your head, just suffering yourself for nothing. So why not just have a good time?
Very true. I like that Honeypot mentioned that because what I was going to ask is, in the music industry, you hear Davido versus Wizkid, Burna Boy versus this person, these people and this, but you never really hear Funny Bone versus, like...
I told Ali B once that, come, let's fight. Let's fight so that...
Story good
I think there were two musicians that were fighting that they I think they only called them, settled their fight, and they made money. I don't remember, but I know there's something. I got a guy, I'm a Jao. In fact, I abuse you, you abuse me.
In that case, it will be politics. It will be people suffering themselves and you being friends.
But how does it happen that everybody is just comedy industry in Nigeria is just all love?
Because we see ourselves as brothers.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody that if we were all, now don't get me wrong, I might not be as close to you as I am to Honeypot, but that does not mean that if I disrespect you, Honeypot will not put you in your place.
True.
Do you understand? But there's this, we know when we all came into the industry, and we respect ourselves. If I want to get something done, or somebody calls me and says, oh, please, I have an event on Saturday, I need this person's number, my duty is to give it out.
I see.
You know? Because those who came before us did it. You have no excuse not to do it. If we find out, although there was a time that they were saying that, when they now asked that, I didn't bring Gbenga, he has located to Ghana. He was coming back. When we got that, once in a while we have a few town hall meetings.
I
Talk to ourselves, and there was a time that the industry was beginning to glamorize rape, you know, and we tell jokes about it, you know, and we called ourselves to order and said, guys, you can't, but not everybody would agree with you. But then we had laid the standard and all that. We have our small issues, but there are no enemies.
Okay.
We still have Adeniyi Gbenga, the first, right here in the studio with us. Like, it's just non-stop.
Now, let's touch on this one. This current wave of skit makers that call themselves social media comedians. How do you, stand-up comedians, how do you feel about this category?
You know, comedy has different genres. And so they're fulfilling that that need. I remember, I don't know if you used to watch my program way back, Laugh Matters on TV. We had short skit segments where we used to act out jokes and all that. Those are skits, you know. And what they did was, because of COVID, they blew it out, and they are doing well with it. I'm excited about that. In fact, all comedians are excited about that. Because it gives more people the opportunity to showcase themselves. At a point, everybody wanted to be a stand-up comic. And it was problematic. At a point, every stand-up comic thought it could be an MC. And it was becoming problematic. When we get to a point where you're a good comedy scriptwriter, there's room for you. You're a good a joke writer, there's room for you. You can stand up, there's room. You can. We've not even scratched the surface. So when people ask that question, skit makers are making all the money now. How do you feel as a stand-up? I don't feel anyhow. The money that I'm making is not coming to my pocket. The money I'm making is not going to their pocket. So I don't feel anyhow. I just feel that if you have the interest of the industry at large, at heart, then you should be happy with any good thing that happens to the industry.
It's good that you cleared that because, you know, we have them here these days. And one, I think it was Salma that even said that, you know, skit making right now is where the money is coming from. Is the new crude. And they're actually really making money because you see that, you hear that somebody just...
They're building houses.
Somebody just, you know, and all that, which is fantastic. So let's take it back to COVID. When COVID happened, I know that it affected you a bit because you already had your show planned. And, I wouldn't know whether you went into debt because you'd already set up different... I'm so sorry about that. I mean, yeah. How did you bounce back? How was that? How was that experience for you?
Hey, it's COVID, your mates. Let me tell you, it was the 10th anniversary. We had decided we were going to blow the Southwest, and the year after would come to Lagos. No. It was the 10th anniversary. That was the year we were supposed to come to Lagos with Lagos at Last. Usually at the beginning of the year, I have a set sponsor who says we're giving you this chunk for the year. So I pay for venues. I pay. In fact, there are still 3 artists with my money. I just remembered. Don't let me call you out. Bring my money. One female, 2 male.
First letter of the...
No. So we had paid, had collected. The easiest money to collect is from finance houses because it's touch and go, you know. So I collected all that money. I paid all that. I still had some little money left. During COVID, I was doing giveaway too. I didn't know that.
The world.
When everything now cleared, my eye cleared.
Wow.
I'd never been called like that in my life. There's a particular company, I won't mention their name. If my enemy wants to collect money from them to have an operation to survive, I say, guy, you better die. Better die. They would call me from the office on Sunday morning. Hello? Yeah? We're calling from money. Yes? You are owing us. I said, guys, hold on. I'm not working. What do you mean you're not working? Are you not eating? Is your family not eating? I said, do you want me to kill myself? If you will die, you better die. I sent letter to their MD, that guy. This person, I said, we are sorry. The person called me the next day. If you like, call anybody. You must pay. The day I paid their money, the day I finished paying their money, I won't lie to you. I went and got drunk in the house. I just carried one bottle and got drunk. It was a terrible period. It was a terrible period. I had a few gigs to do online, you know. I had a few weddings too to do. Small weddings in the houses. People were clocking 50. They'll call it to help them anchor it and all that and all that. But
It wasn't cutting it.
somebody who was paying 10 naira before, somebody tells you, it's 50 kobo I have. It's 50 kobo. You have to take it. So it was, then my son had gone to flight school in South Africa. He was stuck in South Africa.
Okay.
That was when I realized why people take their lives. It was terrible. There are sometimes I sit down and I just go, my wife will go,
Small.
please, oh, I beg you, make money before you love.
Crazy.
But it was the worst period of my life.
Well, luckily you've
But
been
thank
able
God,
to bounce back out of it.
Not totally back, but we're getting back.
Small. I mean, you have Laugh Matters coming.
If I say I'm back, that's people are coming. Hello?
You're
back, Abby? Okay, we are still coming back from where we were also. Can you help us?
Okay, so let's rephrase. So you're back with Laugh Matters.
Back,
Let me
back
put
in
it
Lagos.
let me put it that way. What plans do you have for this particular concert? That's one. And then number 2, I'm sure that you have a lot of ammunition from everything going on in Lagos right now with the
Nigerian
floods.
world.
With the exactly. What are you giving us?
Okay, first and foremost, Lagos is not your mates. You know, I feel like a rookie all over again.
Wow.
Really?
Serious.
How so?
Planning a show in Lagos is different from planning it in Ibadan and Abeokuta and all that. I feel like a rookie. We're talking drinks, they're talking about millions. We're talking set design. We're talking about 4.5, 7.5. We're talking, and I say, wait to happen.
Wow.
You know? But even now I'm excited. I feel the caliber of artists we have, the kinds of materials I've written, the stage that has not been built that I'm looking at in my head. That the guy he showed me the 3D, the arrangements for the first time we have an event planner planning the show, planning the
Stage?
Not the event. We have someone planning the stage. We have another person planning to receive the crowd, what they'll eat, what they drink, how it's a
different setup.
It's a different setup, and I'm excited about it. I always say that Nigeria is, you don't have to go anywhere to get materials. Nigeria is the home of materials. You know,
Cruise.
is a home of cruise. Is it the guy they caught another person's wife with that said, I don't know how she got there, it was the flood though. It was the flood. You know, but many things, but I just can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh, wow.
Love Matters,
Lagos at last.
Why come back now?
Why come back now? I wanted to come back at 10 because, see, why did we decide to go out?
Yeah.
It got to a point where, and this is not being racist or tribal, it got to a point where everybody who was anybody in the comedy industry claimed to be worried, whether you were worried or not.
Worry for worrying.
Area, you know, for worrying, worry go worry. And I did my A-levels in Ibadan. I watched a lot of TV in Ibadan. I saw them, Baba Salah, Baba Selo, Baba
Suwe.
Mero, Baba Suwe, Ajiba Jasura, and all that. And I saw that we had a vibrant comedy industry. And I noticed that what we didn't have was a platform to grow new generals. So I said, okay, let's give this a try. I started from Ibadan. The first show we had, I think that's what put me in the trouble of staying that long. The first show we had was supposed to be 2 shows. We advertised on 3 radio stations. The first show was filled to capacity.
Wow.
And we used the biggest hall in Ibadan, Jogos Center. It was filled to capacity. Then it started raining. So I said, well, no wahala. No, they do this first show, go. The people came to us and said, bros, let's end the show, let's end the show, let's end the show. We have more people outside than we have inside, and they are queuing up in the rain.
Ah.
You know, I realized that what we had brought was new and novel to them. And the other thing is, I now saw some talents that all they needed was to come to Lagos. I don't know if you know Remote. Remote was discovered on my stage.
Wow.
Peteru, Babalaria, quite a lot of them, you know. All they needed was a platform to grow. And 10 years down the line, they had become men because they were beginning to do their own shows too. I said,
Well
okay,
done.
let's go back to Lagos. Let's show them what we've done, who we've discovered. Let Lagos see it. But COVID, I repeat again,
All right.
it's not your
So you're going to tell us when is this happening?
and who?
And where people can get tickets and all that.
Let me first talk about the show component. I'm very excited about the people we have. It is the legends, the rave, and the GCO, and that's what we call the show. For the legends, we have Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey. We have Sashino Peters. Then for music, we have Tenny the Entertainer. We have SB Live. We have BJ Saxon. There's a young girl called Vanessa Jones. Then for comedy, we have Alibaba, TA, AY, Akpororo, Like Passions Bossing, Omobaba, Funny Bone, Bash, Kenny Black, Dr. Smile, Ajele, Paul Joint, Peteru, Archbishop, Babalaria, ATM, Larry J, Remote, Damola is my name, General Olak, Nepa Boys, Baba Kamo, Layo, Short Family, and Prince Fella.
But you know, call my name, oh.
Nine.
I was really waiting
So basically, leave your ribs at home when you're coming outside.
Don't come with your ribs. Or borrow your neighbor's ribs.
This is happening.
It's happening this Sunday at the Balmoral at Federal Palace Hotel. Starts at 3 o'clock. One thing that has baffled me over the year is how Lagos shows runs
into the
night.
Yeah.
And please, I want to start at 3 o'clock. I need to sleep, I beg. We start at 3. People coming for shows. Should be 8. I say, no. So we want to start at 3.
Yeah.
We have enough acts to last us. We don't want to break performances. So the earlier you come, the better for us.
Thank you.
Our tickets are at all Ebano branches of Female Cinema, IMAX Lekki, Surulere, and Landmark. And our tickets are way more expensive than we do in Ibadan.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, Love Matters back in Lagos 2022. We can't wait for Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. And that's our show for today. My name is OJ. And of course, Della was in the building. We'll go on this break and we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.